I'm Sam. I work as the Diversity and Inclusion Manager at BMET, and I work to advance equality, diversity and inclusion for all of our people. People with a learning disability may take longer to learn, and we know they may need support to interact with the world around them and to develop skills. But with the right support, most people can lead independent lives, and I think we ourselves need to have a much better understanding of the barriers that might be in place that prevent that. We need to value and celebrate the differences that make us unique, and for me, Learning Disability Week is a great opportunity to do just that.
My name is Logan. I'm at James Watt College and I'm doing Level 3 Games Design. I've never been bothered by my disability because I didn't even know I had it until I was 10. Yeah, I was sort of isolated from others, but that was by personal choice, not by their own judgments on my character. Most of the people in my primary, secondary, even in this college, didn't give me much difficulty. I've adapted perfectly to my situation and I like who I am.
I'm Matthew Giles and I work for BMET Estates. At school, it took me longer to learn than other kids.
My name is Danira and I'm doing Level 2 Games Designs. In primary school it was a bit difficult, like when we're saying specific words to people which they were trying to understand, like what words I'm trying to say. I try saying my words very slowly so that people can understand a bit more, and just try not to say things a bit too fast because it kind of gets mumble jumbled.
My name is Sahifa and I study Health and Social Care Level 2. When I was younger, I didn't really have a proper understanding. I knew that I was a bit different to the children because I was definitely slower at talking. But then as I got older, I started learning more about my disabilities.
I enjoy a lot of things in my job at BMET because I think in other jobs, I don't know if people would support you as much as BMET have supported me recently.
I think that BMET has done a good job at supporting me. In terms of when I have an extra exam, I'm put in a separate room. I have extra time. I am allowed rest breaks, I'm allowed a computer because I find it easier to type things up than to write. And in terms of class, there's a TA in my class that helps me keep on top of my work.
I do think Learning Disability Week is important because some people out there don't know if some people have disabilities, but for me and the others, they can learn from us, like how do this person feel and what makes them special.
You know, I think if it's done correctly, it's a really good thing because it dispels a lot of misconceptions and, prejudices and such.
I think that Learning Disability Week is important as it helps young people like me to feel like they're valued and their needs are met.
Some people with learning disabilities feel like they can't work, where that if they took things longer, they would be able to do things that they didn't think they'd be able to.